Hello, I wanted to show you my risk assessment tool that I've created here in React that is a multi-page form that um, call at the end of the form will call a backend API that retrieves data from the OpenFEMA API natural disasters summaries endpoint. So basically you enter information here. I'll just put in my name. And you put in an email. Uniqueness is being enforced at the moment, so you need to put something in fairly creative. At this point, I'm on, let's do like test 99. Should work. You can tab through here, and this has got, you can go back, and the form's state is retained. You put in your address here. I'm just going to put in my address. Now this is a two-letter identifier of the state that has to be capitalized at the moment. I will be changing this in the future to a drop-down so that we have automatic validation of that. And then I've enforced in the API level a zip code. It must be a five-digit zip code. Okay, and so then you get a summary screen of what you've entered in. You can go back and change it here if you need to. And then when you click submit, it calls the API, and then your data gets populated here. So in the state of Arkansas, I got a 50% chance of flood, and this really doesn't present as well as I would like it to. Let me go into more about how the how this data is populated. If we go ahead and take a look at the OpenFEMA API query that I'm calling, I'm basically calling the all the state data here, and if I call it here, like here I've got the state of Oklahoma populating right now. I have it set up on a variable in here that's querying this, but here we go. Okay, so state Oklahoma. It's got this really long, nasty query that basically I'm looking for fire, flood, drought, hurricane, tornado, earthquake, and winter storm. I'm counting up how many of those that I have, and then I'm going and coming to a percentage of how many of those are populated here. I'm thinking I'm going to probably change this into a pie chart. And then so you'll say, well, of the risks that you're exposed to in Arkansas, 50% come from flood, 20% come from hurricane, 20% come from tornado, and so on and so forth. And so that's basically what this query is doing, and I'm going and counting the number of results that I'm getting back, which this works fairly well in this scenario here. But some of the issues I'm running into right now, I'm just going to fill in some more data here so you'll see one of the cases that's not working out very well. Oh, we can see it here. We can just look at it here. If I look at something like the state of Texas, I'm going to change my variable to Texas. If I look at the state of Texas, you see I get 3,023 results back. This API call limits the maximum number of calls, number of results I can get back to 1,000, and because of that, everything's based upon this one query. So if I put in do test 101, if I put in state of Texas, well, let's put in a. It's not really validating that. It's just validating off of this field at the moment, so it really doesn't matter what this is. But that'll be changed at some point. If we look at this, our results are going to look a lot different. It's because what's happening is it's only looking at that first 1,000 pages of results, and so 28 but it's doing a division off of the count of 3023. So in our bigger states that have much larger amounts of results, this is problematic. I can try going ahead and making multiple API calls and adding them together, but I have to figure out pagination for that, and so there's some complicated logic to doing that. I have contacted OpenFEMA and seen if we could actually get a result set bigger than this for our use case, because it would be a lot better for us if we could get just those pieces back. Also, this is collecting a lot more information all the way back to 1967, so it's very rich data set. The only other issue I'm running into, if we run, this is actually running the app where I have it deployed to like a production-like environment. We'll see what's happening here. Oops. Oh, let me show you this too. I want to show you that this is also handling resizing of the result set into a mobile device. So this is what it would look like in a mobile setting there, and I can show you that too, how that's going to resize pretty cleanly. So if we look at this, if we watch our network tab here of the API calls that are being made, this is going to take a second because the API that I have in production is running on a free server, so it has to spin up whenever it happens. And of course, it's not going to happen this time. But no, so what ends up happening is instead of getting this result set back from my API that has this raw result set, it returns a 403 error telling me that I'm an unauthorized the call to OpenFEMA API. But that happens intermittently. I can't seem to figure out why that's happening. I've contacted OpenFEMA API about that issue, and hopefully we'll get that resolved here. So that's basically it. Feel free to contact me, and we can move forward with what the next steps are. Thank you.